Welcome back to my movie review series. Since I've done previous Wreck-It Ralph, I'll do the review on its movie sequel. So, I'll be doing the review on the 2018 Disney movie, and this one is Wreck-It Ralph 2, aka Ralph Breaks the Internet. The movie was premiered on November 21, 2018. The movie is airing on Freeform and streaming on Disney+, Hulu, Apple TV, and Amazon Prime Video. 6 years since the events of the first film, Wreck-It Ralph and Vanellope von Schweetz have stayed best friends, hanging out after work in Litwick's arcade. While Ralph is content with their life, Vanellope longs for excitement and expresses how bored she has become of Sugar Rush's tracks. So Ralph sneaks into the game and makes a new track for her. The arcade player fights Vanellope's control, causing the cabinet steering wheel to pop off. Mr. Litwick attempts to reattach the wheel to the console, but accidentally breaks it in half, as the company that made Sugar Rush is defunct, and the cost of a replacement wheel on eBay is too high. Litwick decides to scrap Sugar Rush, and unplugs the game. With Fix-It Felix and Tamara Jean Calhoun's help, the Surge Protector finds homes for all its citizens as a short-term measure as they figure out how to save the game. After talking with Felix, Ralph decides to grab Vanellope and travel to the internet via Litwick's new Wi-Fi router. Inside the internet, depicted as a place where websites are geographical locations, users are represented by traveling avatars and programs are people. With the help of the search engine Knows More, they are directed to eBay. They end up winning the auction for the wheel, but they unintentionally spike the price to $27,001, and only have 24 hours to come up with the funds or they will forfeit the bid and lose the wheel. On the way out, they run into clickbait salesman J.P. Spimley, who offers them a lucrative job of stealing a car from Shank, the lead character in the popular GTA-style Merc Slaughter race. They steal Shank's car, but she stops them before they can leave the game with it. Shank explains that there are better ways to make money on the internet than stealing, and she then makes a viral video of Ralph and uploads it to video sharing site BuzzTube, and tells them to check with BuzzTube's head algorithm, Yes, about getting money for it. At BuzzTube, Yes is elated by how popular Ralph's video is, and they come up with the idea of making more videos, which if given enough views, will earn them the money for the wheel in no time. But some choices are made that leads to a deadly virus infecting the internet, and now it's up to Ralph and Vanellope to stop the virus and save the internet. Now, what is the positive and impressive about this movie? 1. Ralph and Vanellope are still decent protagonists, and do get some character development. 2. There are a few decent new characters like Shank, Spimley, and Knows More. 3. Tons of cameos from lots of characters that we know and love, like Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel from The Little Mermaid, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, Jasmine from Aladdin, Pocahontas from its titled movie, Mulan from its titled movie, Tiana from Princess and the Frog, Rapunzel from Tangled, Merida from Disney and Pixar's Brave, Mona from its titled movie, Grumpy, Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, Dumbo, Eeyore, Miko, Buzz Lightyear from Disney and Pixar's Toy Story, Baymax from Big Hero 6, Nick Wilde from Zootopia, Groot, C-3PO, R2-D2, Iron Man, First Order Stormtroopers, Sonic, Eggman, Tapper, Pac-Man and the Ghosts, Ryu, Chun-Li, M. Bison, Zangief, Dig Dug, and Q-Bert. 4. There are some well-done comedic moments now and then. 5. It has great voice acting, especially when Ralph was voiced by John Reilly, and Vanellope was voiced by Sarah Silverman. 6. Henry Jackman's score is once again pretty good, and A Place Called Slaughter Race is a decent song, and the number itself is a good send-up of the typical Disney musical number. And 7. Stellar animation that provides great character designs, huge and highly detailed backgrounds, and pretty neat effects. Now, what are parts of the movie that are shit? 1. Felix and Calhoun are pretty much reduced to cameo appearances. 2. Yes can get pretty annoying. 3. Most of the comedy doesn't work, mostly when it comes to jokes and references regarding the internet. 4. Most of the heart and charm of the first film is absent. 5. The writing is a major mixed bag. On one hand, it is inventive, has a good message about being over-dependent, does have a couple of good twists and turns, and there's no legit villain. But on the other hand, the countless internet references can get overbearing and even dated. There are a couple of plot points that go nowhere, and there are a couple of choices made that go against some of the ideas of the first film. 6. Vanellope sometimes was out of character. She threw Ralph's medal that caused to be cut in half in the end. That is some parts of the movie that are shit. I actually don't get it. Why does some people dislike that sequel? I can disagree with them, but I respect their opinions. Now, what is my verdict on this movie? I'll probably give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It was lucky to see in this movie all the video characters, especially when they appeared in the previous movie, but especially to see all the Disney characters that we know and love. But this movie has some stupid scenes. But this movie is still good. And will Wreck-It Ralph will have a third part? Only the time will tell.